Hey guys, this video is going to be about a holiday in Laos having a festival, the Laos New Year, about how, you know, they dress up in wigs that resemble Negritos and Melanesians, which they're all Negroes, right? And they also paint themselves the color of black, like pitch black. This is why I theorize they're trying to represent an Andamanese person, or they could just try to make fun of people who are called black, but actually brown black people, right? So, uh, so first,
Exciting news coming out
um,
of Malaysian archaeology. A team from the National University of Malaysia, led by Zul Iskandar Ramli, has successfully excavated 16 individuals over 4 sites in Nenggiri, near Gua
let
Musang,
me just
Kelantan.
go to TikTok right quick. If I can find something, nah, it's not gonna show me. We'll do holiday. Laos New Year. Right. Let me see if I can't find TikTok, that's fine. Uh, Festival? What do wig? Alright, well, look one more time. Paint. Alright, they don't get on TikTok, but basically, right, when you type in Laos New Year Afro, right, this is a photo. It's a real photo, right? This is a photo of a Laos man, right? Excuse me, Luang Prabang, which means Lao New Year Festival. Young man wearing a wig and painted black. You see, he has painted black with an Afro wig, right? Afro hair, right? It's a Canaanite, by the way. Not Afro people are not Canaanite, but this is a Canaanite pretending to be a Shemite, which is Shemite is a Negro Afro person, right? So now, and there's another one on Instagram. This woman, look at her, from Laos. This is Laos New Year, right? This was 9 weeks ago, January. She has an Afro wig on, right? It's a fake wig. Now, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna type this, right? Why do people on Lao New Year wear Afro wigs? Okay, I'm back. So we're gonna find out why is this person on Laos New Year's wearing an afro. And if you didn't know, right, we're gonna type Laos, right? Map. So remember, Laos is next to Thailand and Cambodia. If you know, the Negritos are little Negroes, are located in Philippines, and the Negros Island. You have the Arkfak, the Dani tribe, Papuan people who are Negroes too, in Indonesia, and also more Papuans and Papua New Guinea, Negroes. Then the rest in the islands of Fiji, right? Then you have another group, the Rangasli Semang Negrito group, Little Negroes in Malaysia. And we also have the Manik in Thailand, Negrito group, Little Negroes, right? So what I'm saying is the Laos people know who the real people of Laos is. And then, right, when you say, who are the indigenous of Southeast Asia? It tell you right there. The Negrito, the Andamanese, the Batik, everything I just told you. Except for the Melanesians, because they're trying to theorize that the Malaysians got there from selling from Africa, even though that's not true. So, but, right? Why do people in Laos New Year wear Afro wigs? Wearing Afro wigs or brightly colored, humorous costumes during Lao New Year or Pai Mei is a modern, light-hearted way young people blow off steam during the street water fights. It adds a comedic element, helps participants stand out in the crowds, and break up traditional formalities. The energetic street celebrations feature loud music, dancing, and massive water dumping, which contrast with the respectful religious ceremonies of the holiday. Comedic relief. The wigs are meant to be goofy and fun, turning participants into walking party, dance, or parade spectacles. Practicality. Because Pai Mei involves getting completely soaked with water, buckets, and hoses, many people prefer to protect their real hair or just wear something wild and synthetic that won't be ruined by water. Evolution of culture. While elders and beauty pageant contestants stick to formal silk skirts, fasten, and elegant traditional hair buns, younger generations in places like Luang Prabang or the diaspora of the U.S. treat the street festivals as a giant carnival-like street party. Right? Now, we're going to ignore some of this part. We're going to focus this part. The wigs are meant to be goofy and fun. So basically they're joking, right? They're joking saying that, that they're just dressing up as Negro people as a joke, right? Now we're going to ask the AI, why do people in the country Laos paint their skin black during Laos New Year? Right? People in rural Lao and regionals, often referred to as Pai Mei or Lao New Year, use dark pigment suit or charcoal mixed water to playfully paint each other's skin during the festival street water fights, right? See, they're trying to make it funny. They're just being silly and fun, right? But I'm trying to tell you, right? We already know Ayudea, which is Judea of the Bible. Oops, sorry. We already know Ayudea or Judea of the Bible is in Siam or Thailand, right? Thailand, right there, Siam. That's the map. See the map? Laos is right here. We go back to Laos map. Laos is right there, Thailand, Cambodia. So I'm trying to tell, they know Israelites, Judeans were in that land, right? This is why they got the afro and the dark skin. And let's say you don't believe in Israelites, right? Well, you got another group called the Andamanese people. They're almost that color, still brown, but they're very dark and they grow their hair to get afro. So they're either resembling these people or the Negritos or us, right? Negroes, right? So remember, they try to trick you. They try to trick you saying that they dress up like this on Laos New Year because, it's supposed to be silly and fun to protect their hair. No, they're trying to make fun of you because they took our land. They took your land. Remember, I'm pretty sure the entire Siam or Ayutthaya kingdom, right, was the entire Laos kingdom, but that was the entire kingdom. They took it all. And now they're making fun of you. But remember, we already heard about the Swarthy Piet, right? Swarthy Piet in the Netherlands, Swarthy Piet, they do the same thing. Zwarte Piet in the Netherlands. Zwarte Piet. They do the same thing in the Netherlands. Was it Denmark? Because they took the land from the black kings. Black Denmark kings. Same thing in Laos. They took it from them too. They do the same thing. Right? During Laos New Year. Now let's get to the next part. Actually, let me look up one more thing. Laos New Year paint black. Right? Here's another one. During Pai Mea Lao New Year, celebrated annually from 1813 to 16, the day of no days, often the middle day, is colloquially known as the Black Day. Right? This traditional day between the Old and New Year is considered a time of free rules, where young people sometimes playfully paint themselves black. Now remember, they're going to tell you this, but they're really saying this is the time where we celebrated that we took the land from the blacks or the Negroes. That's what really happened. Now let's get to the next part. We're going to images, right? Same image, right? There was another image. There it is. See this big Laos boy, overweight Laos in black suit, right? He painted in black, right? All right. Now, let's get to the next part. Black Island in Laos. The Black Island. Yep. We're gonna make a video on islands in Southeast Asia named after Black Negro, right? Black Island likely refers to the dark, jagged volcanic rock formations and powerful rapids of the Phan 4,000 islands. Archipelago in southern Laos, particularly around Don Con Island, where the Russian Mekong waters create dramatic dark rocky outcrops, like the lead, right? They want to tell you all this, right? Is dark because of the rocks. No. That's not why. I just showed you why they call it the Black Island. Because they knew the Negroes were there. That's why. I'm just theorizing, but I'm pretty sure they named it because they knew the Negroes were there. Look at this. They have a holiday and a festival. Right? They have a freaking festival. Where is it? They have a festival called Pai Mei, where they paint their skin dark. Right? And there's an island called Phan. Right? And we're just going to look up something right quick to make sure there's no more. Right? So what's it called? Phan. So we're going to type indigenous peoples. Let's see what they show. They don't show anybody, but the popular, right? The region does not have distinct recognized indigenous hill tribe, right? Maybe they murdered all of them. Maybe they got rid of all of them. That's why they're not there no more. But so what I'm saying is they're saying that on this island they call Black Island in Laos, near Luang Prabang, right? Oh wait, guess what? This was in Luang Prabang. This was in Luang Prabang, right? Oh, I just answered my own confusion. So, right? So, this is an island called Black Island near Luang Prabang, right? It's near the city in Laos, right? Called Black Island. And the people in Luang Prabang dress up as black people, Afro people, right? They got a wig, right? To talk about the Black Island on the southern island, which is called Phan, right? And we don't know where the indigenous people are. What if I told you they're probably all gone? And that's why they dress up like this. But yeah, I'm out.